Hi, welcome to lesson 312 about applying styles. In this particular lesson, we're going to learn about how to create even more styles in our internal style sheet than we have in the past. So before we start, what you should have your web course open to lesson 312, and you should have your index.html open in Notepad++. In this particular lesson, we're not going to be learning any new concepts. All we're going to be doing is adding a few more styles to our internal style sheet. Currently, we have body and H1 styles. And now in this next lesson, what we want to do is that we want to add styles for the P, for the div, and for the H2 tags. Okay. Our index.html will go from looking like this to looking like this. Okay, because you notice there's several more tags here. And within the browser, our index.html will go from looking like this to looking like this. Okay. So now, one of the keys here, you probably don't want your web page to look like this. So what you will need to do is that you will need to change some of the values that I use to something that you can use. Okay, let's go. Okay. So here we have our index.html here, right? And now we're going to add on to it. Okay. We're going to add on to it. We want to add on a P style, an H2 style, and a div style. Okay, and to do this, I created this style template here that's somewhat blank here. And I'm just going to copy it in here. So here's a P style here that contains several common properties, right? You can see here we have the font family property, right? That's just the font that you use. Text align, whether it's going to be center, left, or right. Font weight, this is maybe bold or normal. Font style, whether it's italic or not. Text decoration, if you have underline or a strike through. The color FFFF, which is white, and the background color 0000, which is black, right? And I should put this here, right? This is white, and this is black. Like that, right? Okay. Okay. And then what I could do, and now I could use I could specify all of these properties in my styles, or none of them, right? And I also want to create this for a style for H1 and a style for H2. No, and a style for div as well. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, so I can save this. And now if I run and view it, let's bring it up in Firefox, sorry here. Right, I can view it. This is what it looks like before. Let's refresh it. And this is what it looks like now. Okay, this is with the sort of the simple styles that I copied in. Okay, now you could just use this information, but this is somewhat boring. So what I want you to do, and what the course asks you to do, is that you should look up some of the things that you can do with these particular styles. You can use here the CSS reference on w3schools.com to give you some ideas. Or you could use CSS Zen Garden as was specified in the web course. These could give you some ideas of some other things you could do with CSS and its properties. Okay, so it gives you that. Now what I'm going to do here is, instead of doing this, which contains much of the default text that we had, I'm going to use my own that I developed after much hard work. I'm going to copy this in here, and I'm going to overrun it, the current one there, like that. Notice I still start with the style tag and end with the style tag. Then I can save it, and it looks a little bit different, right? See here, a little bit fancier, more fonts. And now if I run this one here, back up here, right? This is what it looked like before. Now it looks like this. And it looks very similar to the one I had before. Maybe a little different. Okay. But now this is what it is. Okay. So it's up to you what you want to do with this, but please create new styles here for P, Div, and H2 in this lesson. Okay. Thank you very much.